to start working around the perimeter. You're just going to give it a dip in your glue pot, and you're going to start to place it in and work it around, okay? And I like to go clockwise generally. You're going to see me work in a clockwise direction, and we're going to start with just the outside. Now you can see how I use that Spanish moss. I use that to just hold it in place so that it kind of makes a little sandwich in there. Kind of hold everybody in, especially if it doesn't go in quite as good. Maybe that area is a little tight. Then you can just take and sandwich it in with a little of the Spanish moss. Let's start working around our shape. And in design school, I teach you all about how to think about your placement when you're putting it in so that you can have good utilization of your pieces. And just like we're doing here today, we want to make sure we're utilizing the placement just right so we can use less materials in the long run. And this green is going to work all on this gorgeous perimeter, all to the outside. So once you pick a direction, just start going. Have you guys ever played in a different non-traditional color for seasons? This year we are playing with a little bit of this dramatic red and kind of a pretty deep burgundy and red and black for Halloween. I think it's just so much fun. We're going to keep working all the way around the perimeter. Just a couple more pieces and we'll have made it all the way around. And you can see how pretty this places out your perimeter on your wreath. Now let's bring a couple more here. And you could just spin this around on your own work table, or if you're working on your wreath making stand, just keep twisting it. I find it easier just to do that rather than you are spinning around with it. Make it just spin around for you. Let's get ready to add our second layer. So now our second layer is going to be our pretty red berries that are going in there. This is so gorgeous. Look at these. Whoa! This is so fun for Halloween. What we're going to do with these is we're going to start to go in between each piece of greenery, but the thing you got to keep in mind is you want to take and put it a little bit more towards the center. So this stays the longest and this is a little bit shorter. And we're going to come a little bit more towards the center on all of these. So I got one end and I'm going to come right behind it, kind of piggybacking right behind it with the next one. And I want you to cover up any glue that you can see with Spanish moss. Okay, that's detail. We're not amateurs. We're going to practice and get good at what we're doing. So we want to hide our mechanics. Just keep working our way around. Ooh, how pretty is that? It's laying so pretty in there with the other colors. So we're going to keep doing that until we're ready for our next layer. And I want this red to kind of stay close to the center of the design. Kind of, so you see it a little bit in the center, but then kind of going out to the perimeter slightly. When you layer up the depth and all the different textures, man, guys. Oh, Marino, it's next level. Next level. Your neighbor's going to be knocking on your door because they're going to be wanting some of what the mojo you're creating with. I love it. I have one little piece left, and you know what? I usually hold this off till the end so that I can fill in any holes that we see happening with it and we can really kind of neat and clean it up. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the skeleton hands. They're next. These are so cool. We've got 6 pieces of these, and we really want to make sure they're really kind of fun and creepy how we're putting them in here. So if I have 6 pieces, then I've got 3 per side of the wreath. So once you get kind of a space, you know, you want to start with, you know, you've got 3 on that half and 3 on the other. And even though I glue and put it in because I'm a more experienced designer, you can always, oh my God, how cute is this already? You can always just go ahead and put them in and come back and glue them. I love this. I love this. It's kind of unexpected. I love creepy stuff that's kind of, you know, hidden and you don't see it till you see it. Then you're like, oh my goodness, that is fun. All right, there's 1, 2. So number 3 needs to be right here. And there's 2 in each, you know, you're going to have 2 that have a couple of hands and then you'll have 1 that doesn't. So I'm just making sure I put a double, then a single, then a double, so that we got some nice spacing. We gotta have some spacing. Oh my gosh. Look how cute this is coming out. And then I can't wait to play with the hands in a minute. We're gonna get them all like, hello, hello, hello. Okay, here's this one. This is a single hand. I'm gonna put it between the doubles. So think about that. If you break apart some picks, you got to be thinking about, oh my gosh, where am I going to put that one? Otherwise, you would, you know, you'd be a little heavier decorated on one side, a little bit less on the other. this one here. And you know what? I've got one more that can go right between those two right there. That wispiness of this black, this is coming out better than expected. Holy guacamole. You guys, this is a whole collection we're working on, so that means we're gonna have other pieces that coordinate with this. You are not gonna wanna miss a video. So make sure if you haven't liked and subscribed, you're already doing it. Y'all, Keleas.com is the place for all your floral design needs. Not only do we teach you, but we have supplies. We've got our video library over there and links to all these amazing things. Hey, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet. There's more. You know what else we've got to do? We've got to come back in with our rose bush. So this is our rose bush. And so what this is going to do is give us a little bit of pop of deep color, and it gives us a little bit of an element that's larger. I'm going to be putting this in, but you know what? If you got some skeleton heads, if you wanted to go more intensely creepy, that would be so cool to pop in some heads, pop in one big head, and then tuck these around. We're trying to keep this subtle creepy, so you don't really realize, oh my gosh, those are skeletons, because we're trying to kind of trick the eye and make this fun little creepy look. So I'm going to put in one cluster of roses here, and make sure you stay with the direction you chose already. And we stay with that direction. We don't try to go the other way. So a little hydrangea, a little rose there. All right, and then let's go in this section right here. We're going to put maybe 2 roses, 1 hydrangea here. Change it up a little. I love the deep red. Let's see if there's a smaller one. This one's a little smaller, so I'll pop a couple of these together. Isn't that fun? Get that little hand, and then we're going to use 1 hydrangea in there too. And you might have to bend that stem to kind of get it around. We want to cluster these in here together. There you go. And let's use 1 more hydrangea with this one. And if a little head comes off, you can just glue it back on. I'll just put that one right back on there, and we'll put this one right here with that cluster. So fun to make different stuff, guys. And don't worry, you don't have to stay in the same old, same old. You can try different things. You can be a trendsetter, especially if your customers are looking for something different and you want to make something different. I know as a designer and creator, I'm always looking for something new and different to create, and so excited when there's new trends, because it makes it just so much more fun when you're making and creating. All right, guys, there she is. She's big, she's beautiful, she's bold. Oh, she's all you ever dreamed of, and she's dying for you to make her. I'll see you next time, Blue Merinos. I can't wait for you to make